As I recall, guys, if we only have one critical point, that is either absolute max or absolute mean. Okay? But if you have two critical points, you're gonna have to look into whether they are both relative max or they are both relative mean, or it could be relative max or relative mean. Okay? So, problem one, again, what to do? What are the steps in solving for the second derivative test?
Find the first derivative.
First is find the first derivative, right? And then after that, after finding the first derivative,
Equal to 0.
equate into 0, and then you're gonna have to split to solve for the critical points. After taking the critical points, you now solve for the second derivative and then plug in the critical points, and then you have to know whether it is relative max or relative mean. So let's have problem 1. Given function f of x is equal to 5 plus 3x squared minus x cubed. So we say f prime of x is equal to derivative of a constant is 0. So we say this gives us now 6x then minus 3x squared. Okay, and then equate into 0. But is there a common factor?
Yes.
3 is common. 3x, right? So 3x is common. So we have 3x is equal to 2 minus x. Any question, guys? Okay, then we can have to split this one into 3x equals 0, and the other one 2 minus x is equal to 0. So we have first critical point as 0, right? And the other critical point is x is equal to positive 2. I just go directly, right? If I move 2 becomes negative x, and then equals negative 2. That means x equals positive 2. So these are the critical points 0 and 2. So we're done taking the critical points, and then what to do next? You're gonna have to solve for the f double prime or second derivative. What's the derivative of 6x?
6.
It's just 6.
7.
And then minus 6x also, right? Okay, any question? And what to do now?
Plug in the critical
Plug
points.
in. Okay, so we say f double prime of 0 is equal to 6 minus 6 times 0. So what is that? What is that now?
6.
6. So what is 6? Greater or less?
Greater.
This is greater than 0. Positive, right? The next would be f double prime of 2. Implies 6 minus 6 times 2. So this means 6 minus 12. So it's going to be negative 6. And what is negative 6?
Less than 0.
It's going to be less than 0. Then what is our final conclusion? Granting that this problem is free response question. What is this? Relative what?
Minimum.
Relative minimum. Okay? So, can I just have the justification? This is relative minimum. Relative minimum at what value of x?
0.
At x equals 0. Then we do because, right? Because f prime of 0 is equal to 0, right? And what else? And f double prime of 0 is greater than 0. That's the first justification. And the second justification would be this one. What is this now? Relative what?
Max.
This is relative maximum. Relative max at the value of x is equal to positive 2. Because f prime of 2 is equal to 0 and f double prime of 2 is less than 0. So you have two justifications here.